Hello, my name is Brayden Oski.
And I'm Awesome Ross, and you're listening to the Inner Gamer Rod.
Today we're going to talk about Microsoft randomly deciding to shut down Mixer. Yes, their streaming platform that they had whole hog into Xbox, the Xbox One X and all that stuff. You could like stream it and do it and all the stuff. And then they were like, hey, we're just going to get rid of it. Everybody go to Facebook Gaming instead. So bye, peace, deuces, bye. And then everybody's now back on Twitch. So that's happening.
And as always, if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and bang that bell.
Mixer, everybody, has shut down. Yes, you heard it here. We had a video where we spent a whole 30 minutes discussing what should be done for Mixer in a couple of episodes ago and how can they fix Mixer. And then I guess the decided fix was not listen to the Inner Gamer. Let's just shut it down. So that's what they did. So Microsoft came out and said that they felt like it sounds like they more or less couldn't put the attention and focus on growth that they wanted to on this. So instead of trying to shell more and more money towards it, even after they bought Shroud and Ninja to come over and pay them a boatload of money, they were like, well, we're just not going to support it anymore and close it down and then move everybody or entice everybody to go instead to Facebook Gaming, which this has me kind of in a weird spot because, you know, they've been hyping up Mixer for so long. They've been putting all this effort into it. I feel like they were marketing Mixer's involvement on the Xbox Series X, but I could be wrong. So now that's going to have to change. And then Facebook Gaming, it's like really, it's a weird partnership for them to say, oh, we're just going to team up with Facebook now and move everything over there. Some of the stuff that people have, like partnership agreements and stuff like that, are going to move over, but they're not going to be the exact same. But they're Facebook Gaming, so they're going to try to maintain as close as possible to those agreements as they can. But I doubt that that's going to be a thing. But it was weird going on to Mixer like right after this happened and looking at Mixer, and like literally every single channel was dead and had graphics of twitch.tv/whatever. So they literally just said, instead of, you know, Mixer people going to Facebook, they just said, okay, we're just going to give our entire audience to Twitch. And I'm sure Twitch is like jumping up and down about it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Austin, what are your thoughts?
It's kind of sad, man. I really think they could have done something special. But again, I think this all, well, in my opinion, goes all back to that Microsoft does not have those games that are made by them that you can only get from them that would help boost or can just go hand in hand with Mixer. And that was kind of part of the downfall, is like they don't have their games together for their brand, and then having this other thing up there that was specifically, or a stream service that was specifically for Xbox. It just, there was nothing there holding it together. And I think it could have been something great, something like people, although a lot of people were talking about how there's a lot of political stuff in Twitch, people getting banned for, you know, reasons that they feel like were unnecessary. They couldn't talk to, like, you know, they were trying to, you know, dispute things and just all this craziness that was going on. So they're like, you know what, we're going to Mixer because they don't have all this craziness in their opinion. So it just kind of made sense that this could be something a little more clean, I guess you could say. And it's just kind of sad to see it go, but I guess the writing was on the wall the whole time. Like, they had chances to really bring this forward, and I don't feel like they marketed it enough. And given Twitch is definitely a gigantic beast in itself at this point, where you can stream almost anything on it. And first, it used to only be video games. Well, it would have been nice that Mixer would have been the place for just gamers and really, you know, get that message out there. Like, I don't even know what their message was, you know, for Mixer. And you only see them at conventions. Like, there were never, maybe a few ads here and there, but there were nothing gigantic. And I think Microsoft also kind of, for the most part, counts on their community to really push for some of this stuff. But there's nothing to really push for. There's nothing really to get the general populace excited about Microsoft or Mixer. I mean, yeah, they have a new console coming out. It's great and all this stuff. But, when we talk about PlayStation, there's like, look at all these awesome games they have, this and that, and all these great memories we have from all their past first-party titles. And obviously, Twitch isn't tied to PlayStation, but I think that's where Mixer could have set itself apart. I don't think this would have been great, but having the new Halo game only being streamed on Mixer could be bad, could be good. At this point, Microsoft's just like, hey, let's let our stuff be everywhere, which on one hand is a good move, but on the other hand, I don't think is the best move. And so, yeah, you put so much money into something and eventually it's not panning out. So what do you do? How much do they spend on all these major streamers from Twitch? Like, they left for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
because of all the things
I think it was like 10 million with Ninja or something like that.
Yeah. They didn't just leave. Okay, yeah, they left. The money was great, for sure. Like, no doubt about it. But why leave all those fans, all your, continuing income revenue? There's a problem with Twitch, whether people want to believe it or not, or want to see it or not. And so going to Mixer just made the most sense. And yeah, whoever is in charge, obviously, I'm sure there's two different people in charge of like Microsoft and Mixer, but there's just a cohesion that wasn't there and continues not to be there, especially for this marriage. And here we are. Does that all make sense? I try to cover a lot there.
Yep. No, it makes sense. Yeah, it's there's a lot of things they could have done differently, I think. And I mean, their big thing was just trying to. So one of the things that they said in their announcement, their decision to shut it down, was that, they said, quotes, when we think about xCloud and the opportunity to unlock gameplay for 2 billion players, we know it's going to be critically important that our services find large audiences, and Facebook clearly gives us that opportunity. So I think this is more of a deal for them. Like, they're about to launch new products and services and stuff, and Mixer isn't a community that's big enough for them, and they've tried to grow it to be a bigger community. So they're like, let's just instead tap into another community that is huge. And I'm surprised that Facebook is one of those, but I know Facebook is big, but I guess for them, partnering with Facebook made more sense because they have an established audience that they haven't as much tapped into yet. Whereas Mixer that's their audience that they've built themselves. So they already know about them, but they're trying to reach new people. So by doing this, they can focus their efforts elsewhere and on other services and stuff like that. But it's just kind of shocking to me because there's so many people that just felt cheated that were, their careers were on Mixer.
Yes.
They were focusing on that, and that I think a lot of the reason why Mixer was popular was because it was the anti-Twitch. And like, you were talking about that, like there's a lot of stuff where people are getting banned on Twitch, and like Twitch is becoming kind of this monopolistic group where which we'll talk a little bit more about here in a little bit, but they are, they have a terms of service, and they're not, it's meant to be an open forum. I mean, like, you're a streamer who, and it's just a problem. It's just a systemic problem across the board with just streaming in general, is that people are building their careers around a platform that could not exist in 5 years, and that's scary to think about. And that, people like, Ninja and Shroud and everybody, like, they're reliant on Twitch not going under. They're relying on Mixer not going under to stay afloat and keep their career moving forward. And if it does go under, then they have to quickly pivot hard. Otherwise, the revenue stream just can stop. And, freaking Ninja and Shroud, they got paid out, which is crazy. So now, and they're now free of that contract. So they got a huge deal out of it because, one, they got paid a shit ton of money to move. And then two, they finished their payout for 8 months, a year that they were on that platform. And now they can go back to their channel that they did leave up and then just continue streaming again. So they made a killing off of that stuff. But some people who were small fries, that hadn't grown yet, don't have that. So now they're freaking out about well, shit, now what do I do? And then now you have all these people that were on Mixer now flooding over to Twitch. There's even more competition happening. And it's going to be even harder and harder. And I was listening to somebody the other day on a Game Informer's podcast, I think BinMax. There's a girl that's on there that streams content all the time. She streams a lot of Animal Crossing. And she was saying that she liked Mixer because it tried to feature lesser known people. Like, there was a spotlight on the front page for people that were lesser known, like up and comers. And you didn't pay for that spot. You just got featured there because of your views and stuff like that. But she said on the other side of the thing on Twitch, like now to get front page on Twitch, I mean, it's like a 3,000. I mean, you have to pay money to get exposure on the homepage of Twitch. And it's like basically ads, a freaking ad page now. And that sucks for like, how can a small person rise up in the ranks amongst all of this? It's like impossible half the time. So
yeah, that's part of the reason too. There's just a lot of that. And now they have this Twitch council that seems to be pretty volatile, in my opinion, if you see some of the stuff some of these people have been posting. And, they're kind of mad with, at least some of them are mad with power over what they're able to do now. And it's just like, it's not good. And yeah, there's a lot of problems with Twitch for sure. And I get it. And then, yeah, you make a good point that, I mean, 5 years ago, it was like, oh my God, your job could be streaming and play video games, and you can make a decent income, and some people making millions of dollars. And now look where we're at. Someone had said, who was doing pretty good on YouTube, like he has a job. He continues to keep a real job because at any point in time, this can happen. You can just lose everything.
Yeah, it's true.
So the heydays are over for, or I guess, I don't know, reality has finally set in for all the content creators.